Okay, let's have a shuffle. Hi, Anne. I'm just starting Scorpio. Just finished Libra. I'm spending about half an hour on each sign, so you'll know when you need to come in. Hi, Kathy. So if you look at the last live, I did that yesterday morning. So Taurus, Aries up to Virgo on the last live, if you look at my lives playlist. Oh no, just lost a nail. This is why we keep the glue on the desk where we do the tarot. They'll be flying off around the classroom tomorrow anyway. Every time I pick up a stack of books, it pings them off. I try to be glamorous. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Scorpio's highest good. How is Scorpio feeling in this first week of June 2025 with regards to when they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Scorpio, please. Oh, something's got mixed in there, hasn't it? That's not meant to be there. The Devil reversed. Okay, so getting free from a toxic person, a toxic habit. I was thinking of behavior and habit. Yeah, so when the Devil card is upright, it's the major arcana for Capricorn, but that shows like codependency or obsessive thoughts, weird behaviors, unhealthy habits. This is getting free from that, so you've released some sort of codependency or toxic behavior. Say like if you can't stop resenting someone or having a grudge against someone, or you're just overthinking. Whatever you're doing, you're on the right track because you've got free of it. You could have started like more walking or watching what you eat or watching what you drink. Something like that. Better self-talk, Queen of Cups reversed. Interesting. So the Queen of Cups, when she's upright, is a very caring, compassionate person. When the Queen of Cups is reversed, it can be one of 2 things. It's an extreme, okay? So it could be that we're over-emotional, or it could be the opposite, and it could be that we're under-emotional. Look at all this water. The Queen of Cups is an empath. She's calm, she's forgiving. She's a nurturer. She's very in touch with emotions. But she's reversed, so she's either over-emotional or under-emotional. And that's following release from, you know, some sort of toxic person or toxic behaviour. I mean, sometimes when you properly let go of someone, you know, you can be over-emotional, can't you? It's like an exorcism. So, I don't know. Let's see. Let's get another card and see what it all means. The Ace of Wands is reversed. Now, the Ace of Wands, if it was upright, would be excitement at a new beginning. This is phallic. It's very sexual. It's passion, enthusiasm, excitement. You know, absolute like ambition, excited for a new start. Aces are like the number one, and when that's reversed, you know, I do think that you're struggling actually. I think although you've detached from someone toxic, I don't think it's easy. Nobody said that would be easy. You're allowed to be sad, and you're allowed to not be ready for a new chapter. So let's see about the one that's on your mind. How are they feeling? The Page of Pentacles, they want to reach out. They want to contact you and give you time, money, or energy. Oh dear. It's very hard actually. I've got direct experience of that on a few occasions where you know that you need to just stop contacting someone and not reply to their messages, or, you know, or block them. That's really hard. Because it would be easier to just keep doing it, wouldn't it? It would be more fun, but you might get hurt more. Oh. Right, how else is this person feeling? They want to reach out. Oh my god, we've got the King and the Queen of Cups in exactly the same position on the timeline. The King is upright. The King is feeling balanced. The King wants to reach out. Oh my god, I'm so like surprised whenever that happens, because it doesn't happen a lot. You literally suit one another. You're matching suits, you know, like the way you have in a deck of cards like poker, you know, like you have like hearts, spades, clubs, diamonds. That's how it works with tarot. With tarot you have cups, swords, pentacles, and wands. So these people literally like suit each other. They're the matching suit. King and Queen of Cups. Isn't that weird, the way it looks like he's looking at you and you're looking away? This doesn't dictate whether it's a male or a female. It's that feminine energy and masculine energy. So this is someone that's in control. They are in pursuit. They're action orientated, logical. This is someone who is emotional, passive. They would be waiting for the other person to act, you know, like if you think traditionally in love, very traditionally, you know, the male would chase the female. So when a woman is in the masculine energy, it may be that she's had to step up, or she's just a very alpha kind of female that likes to go for what she wants. We all have masculine and feminine energy. We just lean into one at any one time, and it chops and changes. So, like, if you had a male that was the head of the household, but then he became very ill, he would go into his feminine energy and be more submissive, you know, more emotional. The woman would step up, and, you know, I know it sounds really traditional, but you need these energies to complement one another. If you have masculine and masculine, you're both trying to rule the roost, and it's a lot of clashing, you know. So one of you has to submit for it to be like yin and yang. It's not sexist. It's how two energies share a living space. You can't always both be in control. And if both of you are in your feminine energy, there'd be nothing productive happening. It would be like too soft an energy on both sides, so things could fall apart quite quickly like that as well. Now we've got a King of Wands for that person, because this is still their cards now. Seven of Swords reversed. Oh my god. I'm saying that because the Seven of Swords represents lying, cheating, stealing. And it's reversed, so it's being exposed. And a King of Wands is very confident, very good looking, very action orientated. With the Wands, it's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, very, very like seductive, very charming, life and soul of the party. That's like, I wonder if they cheated, or they were being too flirty, or they kept secrets. It doesn't have to be that they slept with someone else. It could be that, you know, they messaged someone back when they should have just ignored it, or they spent money behind your back, you know, from the joint account. It is something like some kind of deception, some sort of lie. Or they got, you know, like people got like laid off and then they don't tell their partner because they're embarrassed or whatever. It's some sort of deception, lying, cheating, or stealing. But in the love reading, you know, most people go, oh, cheated, but it doesn't necessarily. Nine of Swords reversed is dropping the burdens of worry, fear. We're letting go of worry and fear. Last quarter moon reversed. Okay, so last quarter moon upright is realizing that a cycle is coming to an end. This person doesn't want to realize that. Okay, so now I'm understanding why this character's looking across at this one and now looking away. Because this person wants to reunite. Well, they've got secrets, some sort of secrets being exposed, and no wonder, Scorpio, you are not wanting to listen, not wanting to have another go around, because they're being like page offering like a new start. And you're like, I don't want a new start, I don't want to do the cycle again. It's quite clear this time. You don't want their wands, basically. Three of Wands taking action. Bloody hell. They're doing it anyway. Right, in the challenge position, we've got the Strength card, major for Leo. There could be a Leo, they don't have to be. But there is a King of Wands energy, and that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's a lot of wands here. Fire energy. There's a need to be emotionally strong. Oh my god, did you see the way that like did somersaults? It's like it was arguing with me. An urgent message is to be delivered in the outcome. If you don't want to hear from them, you're gonna have to block them, and you're gonna have to be an adult and talk to them and be like, look, it's done. I can't pretend like that this didn't happen, that there wasn't an indiscretion, that you're not, you know, like listening to what I'm saying, that you're not honouring like my part in our finances, or you're not honouring my part in our decisions as a, we are partners, we are not, a child and a parent. So whatever it is that they lied about or did behind your back, I think you don't want to know anymore, honestly. But I'm not getting like endings. It's just that you're not excited for a new beginning and you're very emotional at the moment. So that card about being free from the devil, like there could be, well, let's dig deeper, but maybe they've got a narcissistic kind of vibe where they want to be in control all the time. Why is this person got the Seven of Swords? Ooh, gold digger. In it for what they can get, money hungry, self-serving. This person is being too controlling over finances and they're having too much of a say over what you do with yours. You know that Aries, Leo and Sagittarius are very much about status. Fire signs are very egotistical. They're very much like concerned with what assets you've got, ambition, things have to be done by a certain year, by a certain date. And if they're not, they're going on about it. Wild at heart, a desire for freedom leads to running away again. Ooh, they might run from one person to the next because they're just like, oh, everything's your fault. You did this again. That's why I haven't achieved what I need to achieve. It's your fault. The case it could be like someone who's seems loyal and then detaches a bit too easily. Ooh, already knowing the tea. I got a bit distracted by the the man on the card. Sorry. Oh my god, it's embarrassing. Well, either they know what they're doing and they're very much ahead of their own game, or you're onto what they have been doing and you just don't want it anymore. Do you know what I mean? Someone knows the tea. You or them. What's the nature of this connection? Although I would say, what was the nature of this connection? Because I think it's done. Difficulties, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. Like sometimes people are full of themselves, and when they're really into you at the beginning and they're trying to get your attention and get your exclusivity and your loyalty, and they're trying to impress you, it's all fun and games when it's like that. And it's nice when they're being loyalty, but people can be like pig-headed and like think they're better than what they are as well. When I'm like sound like I'm bashing the fire signs, but I am a little bit because I usually get Leos hunting me down, and they just are full of themselves, to be honest. So you could just be getting pushed around emotionally by this person. Let's get messages from them. Might as well give them a voice, mightn't we? You matter. You would be surprised at how many times that comes out when I'm like getting the sense that I don't really like a person. Words do hurt. Ooh, they think you hurt them. Your family won't like me. Why? Because you're like, they're gonna find out that you haven't got a very good past, or you've got issues from like childhood trauma or something, I mean, that's not coming out so much, but why are they obsessed with money? They could have had quite an unstable childhood, because that makes people obsessed with, or someone's programming them to, hang on, let me pull from here. You get people that are not a narcissist, but they're being programmed by a narcissist, like their every move, you know, like someone's, like, it's like puppet strings, they're like operating them. Yeah, that's the word, they're operating them. I've had that before. Sometimes that person doesn't know any better, do you know what I mean? If it's a parent that's operating them, they just think that's what you do. Palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. This person, it seems like they're being way too pushy in terms of trying to get a certain level of achievement. and they're pushing you around too much. They're not thinking about your emotions. Let's get you some advice. They've had enough attention here. Celebrate the little things, okay? So I think get some space from this person and think about everything that you do like about yourself, everything you remember people saying that's brilliant about you. Because sometimes we're getting told really positive stuff by lots of people, but one person who we put a lot of importance on, who's up on a pedestal, can say things to us that makes us feel, you know, like it carries more weight than it should, because of who it is that's saying it. In a love connection, you tend to put that person and what they think of you in high regard. We can put people on like too high a pedestal. They might need knocking down, he or she. I respect everyone's individual decisions and way of life. We are each on our own unique journeys, and my way isn't the only way. My job is not to change others, but to simply love them. You can love people from a distance, you know, you can have unconditional love for someone. That's really the secret to letting go of grudges, is to just know that people are doing the best of what they can with the knowledge and experience that they have at the time. Their footprint for life, their blueprint for life has been different to yours. Every experience they've had has made them the person that they are. And every experience you've had growing up has made the person that you are. And sometimes we can't like correlate, we just can't. You know, things click for people later on as well. Like, just because they haven't understood the lesson at the time doesn't mean they won't in 10 years' time or 20 years' time. Or they might never get it, but it's not for you to like take the burden of that, do you know what I mean? Oh my god. What a mess. I don't want to show my feet because there might be freaks. There's been a few. That was the strength card, wasn't it, in the challenge? Inner voice. Listen to your inner voice for clear and authentic guidance. Okay, you got to trust your own judgment and not let... When someone's said certain things to you, there'll be like a particular thing that someone says from a person that you held in very high regard, like on the level of like family, but they were someone that you're in love with. When they judge us, it rings in our minds like it's over and over, and it's like an intrusive thought, and it takes years to get rid of that, you know, until they're very far away from you, and until you evolve, you kind of like hate that you keep thinking about it, but it'll eventually become like on the horizon, you know, far away. Inner harmony. Achieve inner harmony and stability to keep your spirit calm. You might need to meditate, be around people that are very positive, people that compliment you, make you feel good, you know, recognize your achievements. Relaxation and release. Relax and release to achieve a state of calm and soothing. Okay, so like lying on the beach in the sun, paddling in the water. Do things that you would do as a child, like lie down on the grass or roll down the side of a hill. Be like a child again, okay? Because children don't dwell on stuff, they don't ruminate on things, they let it go. Break through boundaries. Achieve personal growth by pushing beyond boundaries. Okay, so you may need to, whatever this person's issue with you was, there may be a tiny bit of truth in it. They've not presented it in the right way. But if it's like, oh, you don't earn enough money for like where we're at or whatever, you could go and you could like aim higher with like how much you earn, but you're doing it for you. They're not going to benefit from it. But sometimes people reflect their own insecurities onto us. But you can use it, you can transmute it and turn it into ambition. And you think, well, I'll benefit from my own like increase in salary, or you know, whatever it is that they've kind of like presented to you. And then it's not true anymore, is it? It might not be true at all, but usually people will pick the thing that you're most insecure about and they'll throw that at you and be like, have a bit of that. Because they know what your weakness is, they know the chink in your armour, okay, because you've made yourself vulnerable to them. Inner peace. Find and maintain inner peace to enjoy tranquility and stability. Cosmic wisdom. Gain deep insights and knowledge through cosmic wisdom. Release the past. Everyone's getting this, aren't they? Release past wounds to embrace new beginnings. It's time to like give this person some home truths. Like if they're very happy to run their mouth off about everything that's wrong with you, you might not want to do it because you're a king or a queen of cups, but maybe it's necessary. Maybe it's necessary to knock this person off their pedestal and throw some coconuts at them. Okay, hold up a mirror and tell this person who they are. That's my personal advice, because sometimes people get so comfortable like telling you this and that. They shouldn't be so comfortable to say it. They shouldn't be. Okay, so you've had advice. Let me get you. Yeah, you're being encouraged to celebrate everything that you have achieved. And did I get you? Yeah. What was this one? Having unconditional love means you get to let go. You get to know that some people are just the way that they are. They're a victim of their own circumstances. They're a product of their upbringing, and you can leave them behind, and they've got to still be them. Do you know what I mean? They still have to be them. They can't like run away from themselves. They can try, but they've still got their like whoever's operating them, or 0330 lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope and optimism. Transferring responsibility to others. Progress and creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people that you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving. That's so freaky, because that's everything I was talking about. Being more assertive, opening up your throat chakra, and communicating like what's in your heart and on your mind, not just holding it. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. 2-3, 2-3, endless cycles. Charisma, communication, you've had that twice. Society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances and patterns. There's some truth you're resistant to accept. What the hell? That's what I was saying. Over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. Oh my god, that's actually sad because we had the Queen of Cups reversed, didn't we? It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. And we had the Ace of Wands reversed. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. This, I feel like this person was brought into your life to kick you up the ass. And like, you don't have to like it, but there might be an ounce of truth. Like, they're not a good person to like have a go at you for your insecurities, but you can send them packing. But then you can also like actuate some sort, you know, if this is an insecurity of yours that they've picked on, you can do something to make it better. So then you can kind of release it and move away from it, and it becomes like, you know, floating off, like it's not an issue for you anymore. It feels like there's something to be addressed, you know, but it's for your betterment. It's not for them. They probably picked it to say because they just wanted to hurt you, you know. They probably know because they want to get back with you. They probably know that you're amazing in so many ways. Does that make sense? I'm going to get you a crystal and then I'm going to move on. This is my favourite bit. Turquoise, oh my god, that's the throat chakra. It's your third eye. It's your third eye chakra as well, look. And is that azurite? Yeah, azurite, the heart chakra. That's everything that we've been talking about. Let's get a better picture of what they look like. And so it's azurite and turquoise. We'll read what they mean and how to use them. Azurite and turquoise. There's azurite. See, see how different that looks, more like bluey green. That looks more like blue green purple. Oh god, where's azurite? I know, I've got azurite. What am I want? What am I wanting? Can't speak. Turquoise I want, don't I? Oh god. There it is. Oh, I keep thinking of two words. It's because I'm like panicking about time. I'm like saying two words at the same time. Azurite. It is meditative and dreamy. Azurite is a soft, powdery to prismatic, rich blue copper infused mineral. Who needs it? The materialistic, vain, and always craving. That's not a judgment. That's almost all of us, Leos especially. What have I been saying? Oh my God. Where to put it alongside the spiritual shovel you're using to dig your way out of that prison of worry, indecision, and desire you've constructed around yourself. When to use it. When material pleasures aren't giving you the buzz they used to, when it's time to take a break from snapping selfies and chasing shiny things, you can shake off shallowness. Start with your breath, then dive into the deep end with us, all right? Explore your hidden depths. So that is to like let go of being obsessed with status, things, stuff, assets, and sort of find a deeper meaning to life, you know? Someone who's materializing everything is running away from emotion, okay? And that's why they feel fine to do what they're doing and spiritually like cheat on you. They're cheating on themselves. Turquoise, absolutely love it. What is it? Brilliant blue-green turquoise has been rocked by humans longer than almost anything, since like 5000 BC. From Lhasa to Marrakesh to Tucson, turquoise is, was, and always will be both go-to protector and fashion statement. Who needs it? Anyone whose voice has gone AWOL. Where to put it? Set it in sterling silver rings, a big old belt buckle, and bolo ties. On the podium, open mic night, and wherever else you need to speak up or speak out. When to use it? When you feel disconnected from the things that make you human, when you've got something to express, get it out with turquoise. Speak your truth. Okay, so I hope that resonates for some people. I hope you find your way away from this like overbearing person, and you get to give them what for a little bit. It sounds like they need it. I don't think they're good for you. Okay, you probably had a very important connection with this person, but it's just time to send them packing, I think. It was destined. You were supposed to meet this person, but it's for your empowerment, not for theirs. Does that make sense? It's going to be their loss. They'll think, because they're full of themselves, that, you know, they're better off without, or they're putting up with you, or some shit like that. But that's never the case. People like that don't understand like the significance of their role within your life. They're getting used like a pawn by spirit to sort of send messages to you, and you'll get the message Betty self, and they won't. They will be getting spiritual homework, okay? Like they're supposed to realise that they upset you. They're supposed to, you know, be less material, but they won't get the message. Because I can just tell from the way that they're behaving that it's falling on deaf ears. Everyone's got spiritual homework and like things to improve on. Every sign has that, because we've all got our strengths and weaknesses depending on our placements. Okay, on to Sagittarius.